Bismillahirrahmanirrahim from Palestinian schools in Qatar. Today we are going to take the lesson period number 2 from Unit 8 Amazing Animals, a blog about pandas. So this lesson is very interesting as it is talking about pandas. It is based upon a personal blog by Alan Finn. There are some vocabulary in the exercises, then we will use them in sentences, and then we will choose between A, B, and C. So it's an interesting lesson. Hopefully you will enjoy it. Let's begin. Discuss the questions below in pairs. Do you know what this animal is called? And what do you know about this animal? Where it lives, problems it may have, etc. All of us know about this animal, which is panda. Generally speaking, it seems that pandas are endangered animals. They live mostly in China. The problem that pandas have is that deforestation. We humans are killing their habitats where they live, so they are not eating healthy food, and because of that they are not producing a good number of babies. So these are the problems associated with pandas. If you look at activity number 2, it is about the blog about pandas. What is a blog? It's short for weblog. Is a page on a website which a person uses to record regular thoughts and ideas. So blog is something which is about a personal point of view about a topic. For example, in this lesson we are going to know Alan Finn's point of view about pandas. Let's begin. As you can see that this is a web page. Here we have some titles: home, wildlife, links, Alan's blog, and contact Alan. What does he say? Everyone likes pandas, don't they? And of course, that includes me. Recently though, I have reached an opinion that might upset some people reading this blog. What's that opinion? We all know that giant pandas are an endangered species facing many threats. They struggle to survive in areas of land that are getting smaller every year. But quite honestly, they don't really help themselves, do they? They only eat one thing, a plant that doesn't have many nutrients, and they seem to find it very difficult to produce baby pandas. So it is totally based upon the writer's view. The writer is saying that pandas are endangered species, which means that they are very few in number. And facing many threats, there are so many challenges that these pandas are going through. They struggle. Struggle means they try very hard to survive in areas of land that are getting smaller every year. I told you about deforestation. But quite honestly, they don't really help themselves, do they? Pandas are not helping themselves. Why? Because of their food. They only eat one plant, and that plant doesn't have enough nutrients. So because of being less nutrients, they are not able to produce more and more baby pandas. Here I have given you some meanings. Though means however. We use though when we talk about two opposite ideas in a sentence, though. Then we have opinion. Opinion is point of view. Everybody has Opinion is point of view. My point of view will be different from yours, and so as it will be different from each other. The next one is endangered. Endangered means being less in number, which means many of them are died out or they become extinct. Extinct means that very few in numbers left. Threats are warnings, challenges that somebody face. Struggle, trying very hard. Struggle. It's not easy try. It's trying very hard. Like we say that poor people struggle very hard to find bread and butter for their family. Survive, live. Survive, live. I'm expecting you note down these meanings in your notebook because they are very important and you will come across them in your exercises as well. Continuing with this one, are they really worth it? Organizations like the World Wildlife Fund, which uses the panda on all its publicity, spend millions of pounds trying to preserve this one animal. One animal. While there are many other species, animals and plants that are threatened with extinction. Honestly speaking, the point is quite valid, dear students. The point is quite valid. World Wildlife Fund is spending millions of pounds trying to preserve. Preserve means save this one animal, which while there are many other species that are threatened with extinction. Yani, it means that not only panda is having an extinction, there are so many other animals. See? They aren't as pretty as pandas. In fact, some of them are definitely rather ugly, but they all play an important part in the complex network of life on Earth. So the point is quite valid. The point is quite valid that why are we spending millions of pounds in order to save pandas only? There are so many other species as well which need help. Maybe they are not as pretty as pandas are, but they need help, don't they? So publicity means to make something famous. The World Wildlife Fund uses pandas for their publicity. They make themselves famous with this animal. Preserve, to save. Extinction is endangered, died out, vanished. So these three important words. Now, the last paragraph by Alan Finn, extinction is part of the Earth's history. Obviously, we can't preserve every species, so we need to make some hard economic choices. Maybe it's time to stop wasting all this money on one animal. The biggest problem for all endangered species, including pandas, is loss of habitat. Habitat. Habitat is the home of an animal or a plant. Instead of saying save the whale or tiger or panda, we should be saying save the rainforest or desert or rivers. So extinction is part of the Earth's history. Like what happened with dinosaurs? Extinction. They died out, they vanished. Obviously means clearly we can't save all species, very true. But we have to make some choices. Instead of saving only pandas, why don't we save their homes? Why don't we look after their habitat? Why don't we stop cutting rainforest? Why don't we give them a home to live instead of spending millions of pounds on one panda or whale or tiger? Why don't we think about all the animal kingdom and help them at the same time? I agree with Alan Finn, but mostly my students did not agree with his point of view, because they love this cute panda and they want to save this panda. Let's read the comments. Maria Collins, are you really suggesting that we should just leave pandas to die out? I'm shocked to read this from someone who calls himself an animal lover. So Maria is shocked about Alan Finn's sorry about Alan Finn's idea of neglecting pandas. Alan Finn says that, of course, I'm an animal lover, and of course, I don't want pandas to disappear. But speaking as a professional biologist, I think that there are lots of things like insects and plants that are just as important, even if they are less lovable to us humans. So the point is quite valid. He's saying that I am an animal lover and I'm a professional biologist. I think that we should be focusing on other insects and plants too. Though they are not as lovable as pandas, but they need help, don't they? Pause the video here. I gave you the meaning of these words. So guess the meaning and then continue with me. So look at these words from the text and decide which meaning makes the best sense in the sentence. Opinion is what someone thinks, or destination. Oh my god. Of course, what someone thinks. Giant. Dangerous or very large? Giant. Very large. Threats. Risks, dangers, challenges, warnings. These all are the meaning of threats. Struggle means find something difficult. It's not about failure. Not succeed means failure. No, it means find something difficult to do, not easy at all. Obviously is not sadly, it is clearly, certainly. Extinction is showing something to people, or death. Death. Habitat. Something you do very often? No. It's an area where particular species live. I told you this is the home of an animal or a plant or an insect. Publicity is a way of making something known to people. For example, like iPhone company, Apple, they keep on publicizing their new mobile phones. So this is all about publicity. Publicizing. A little bit difficult. So we have exercise on page 81. So we have to use these words which we took in previous activity, and we will use them here. These plants will only grow in one type of habitat. Numbers of tigers are so low that they are in danger of extinction. Good. We need better publicity so that people know about the company and its products. People in low-paid jobs often struggle to feed their families. Very, very clear. Next we have this one. Choose the best way to continue. Pause the video here and then continue. Alan Finn says his opinion is likely to make some people angry. Very true. Because he's focusing on a very, very crucial point which got lots of publicity. He thinks that pandas should not be treated differently from other species. In his opinion, the biggest problem for many species is losing their living space. In her comment, Maria Collins says she is sad, angry, surprised. She is surprised. She is shocked. So, dear students, I'm pausing the class here. Hopefully, you enjoyed it, and please tell about your opinion to your teacher about saving pandas. Thank you so much. This is me. Goodbye and have a nice day.